Hey guys, Walter's World here in Amalfi, on the Amalfi Coast, just in a little back street. See, it's crazy. You just go down this street, there's tons of tourists and all kinds of things, but you come up here and there's no one there. Now, what I want to give you is the top 10 things to do when you're in Amalfi or in Naples. Okay, the top 10 things you want to do. Now, the best thing to do when you come to the Amalfi Coast or you come to Naples is go to Pompeii. Okay? Pompeii, basically, Mount Vesuvius exploded in AD 79 and destroyed the city, covered it in pumice stones and ash, and you can go see the remnants of this city. It is amazing. They have the temples, the forums. I mean, it was a huge city, and now it's been, basically dug up again from the grave to check it out. That's one thing you have to see. The second thing is another city that was destroyed by Vesuvius, which is Herculaneum. Okay, Herculaneum is like Pompeii, but a lot smaller, a lot easier to do, and also since it was covered in mud and not burned down, actually a lot of the old remnants is still there. The wood, the freizes, the mosaics, everything's still there, so you really get more of a feel of what the city was like. Okay, another thing is, just staying with that, is going up to Mount Vesuvius, number 3. Going up to Mount Vesuvius. See the mountain, hike around it, see the cauldron, all kinds of things, okay? You can do it, you can rent a car to go up there, or people will take you up there. It is a really cool hike, and also you get to have an amazing view of the Bay of Naples, and it's extremely cool. Now, next thing to see is, going back into historical things, you want to go to Paestum. Paestum it's a little bit farther south than the Amalfi Coast and Naples going down, but it basically has a bunch of it's a Greek city, okay, with amazing Greek temples that basically were built into malaria swamps. Okay, so eventually they kind of were left to themselves, and they sat there for a couple thousand years before they were discovered again. And you go there, and you feel like you found something from Indiana Jones, as they say in Lonely Planet or whatever. I mean, I've been there 3 times in my life, and it is an extremely cool place. Okay, you go and you get off the train, you walk a little bit, and all of a sudden there's these temples that are better than Athens. Okay, the Parthenon in Athens is really awesome, but these are even more complete. And it's a really cool thing to do. However, it is kind of difficult to get to, just to give you that advice. Next thing you should do, if you're in Naples or Amalfi Coast, go to the Isle of Capri. Okay, you ever heard of the Blue Grotto? You go in and the guys are singing, la 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 la, with the amazing crystal clear water with the light coming in. It is amazing. We have a video on here in Walter's World for you to check it out. Okay, but it's not just the Blue Grotto. You can go to the towns there. There's Capri Town and Anna Capri. Okay, there's cute little towns you can check out and see the Caprese people, who are super nice and super fun. Okay, also you can hike around the Isle of Capri, which is really cool. It's a small mountain, but or a small island, but it has all kinds of trails and all kinds of things for you to do. And you can even take the funicular up to the top of Monte Solaro, which has a beautiful view of the bay. You can see from Naples to Sorrento all over. Okay, now moving to the Amalfi Coast. Since I'm saying, if you're going to be coming here, guys, one of the coolest things, probably one of the most beautiful coastal lines in the world is the Amalfi Coast. There's these amazing cliffs that you go by, and it goes right into the sea, and it's just amazing. I mean, the driving through there is awe-inspiring and as well as vomit-inducing sometimes if you don't like heights and stuff like that. I've had people vomit on the bus a couple times going back and forth. Now, when you're on there, if you can rent a car or whatever, you stop and just take the views in. There's little beaches along the way that you have to climb down the cliffs to get to, but it is worth it. It is amazing. Now, when you're on the Amalfi Coast, there's 2 towns that I really like. Here in Amalfi, there's a beautiful cathedral to go to. There's a little beach you can take your kids to, walk around, have lunch like we're going to have here, all kinds of stuff, okay? The second town is way up in the hills. It's called Ravello. Ravello, I like that because there's plenty of room to play around. There's a beautiful cathedral there. There's views of the sea. There's view down to here, and it is just incredible. And there's also some amazing gardens there. Now, the next thing I want to tell you, number 8, 8 and 9, basically we're going back to Naples, okay? If you go to Naples, you go to the Centro Storico, the historic center. Guys, the historic center of Naples is insane. You're going to think you're going to get killed by cars or whatever because it's so compact, so tightly. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm in the way of this guy. No, come on. So you go there, and the Centro Storico there is, I mean, literally the roads are like this, like these here, but super tiny, okay? But for a big city of millions of people. And you go there, and you think it's going to fall on you and all kinds of stuff. But you walk through it, and it is truly an experience to walk through Naples, okay? Watch out for the traffic, okay? Then, when you're going through there, there's 2 things you want to see in the historic center of Naples. The Duomo, the cathedral, which is amazing because it's obviously it's an old cathedral, but inside they have archaeological things, they have amazing sculptures, all kinds of stuff. You definitely want to check that out. The other thing you want to see is the Castel Nuovo, the new castle. Okay, the Napolitani have their own name for it, but you go there, the castle there is amazing to go in and check out. Very, very cool. And then the last thing you want to see, number 10, and probably one of the cooler thing is when you go to Naples, you'll know that, well, if you go to Herculaneum and you go to Pompeii and you see these things, you think, well, where are all the freezes, where are all the really amazing things to see? They're in Naples at the Museo Archaeological Nazionale, the National Archaeological Museum in Naples. In there you're going to find all of the amazing work, the amazing friezes and mosaics and frescoes and things like that were in Pompeii and Herculaneum and at the other places that were destroyed by Pompeii. You go, and there's also, it's one of the best Greco-Roman museums in the world, so you want to go check that out. Okay, so there's your top 10 things to do on the Amalfi Coast in Naples. I hope you have a great time. I love it here. I'm going to go have my son some gnocchi alla Sorrentina, the Sorrento gnocchis. Very, very tasty. Bye, guys.